Once upon a time, in a small village called Muyot, lived a young girl named Imo. Imo's family consisted of her parents, her younger sister Yukim, and her two older brothers, Akpan and Nsakak. From a young age, Imo felt like she was invisible in her own home, and even when she tried to make friends, her age made things she was invisible, and all this make her felt truly invisible and sad. One evening, Imo was feeling sad as she confided in the moonlit night as she sat on a worn-out mat outside her family's hut. Saying to herself, "I think my family loved my sister more than me, she got everything better toys, and even bedroom." Her heart ached as she spoke these words, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. But little did she know that her journey was about to take an unexpected turn. As Imo's 16th birthday approached, a familiar emptiness settled in her chest. Every year, her family would miss her birthday to visit grandma in a neighboring village. Determined not to be left out once again, Ima decided to follow them this time, secretly hoping for a change. Under the veil of darkness, Imo tiptoed behind her family as they made their way through the dense forest towards grandma's village. The journey was long and arduous, but Imo pressed on, fueled by a desire to be noticed, to be acknowledged. However, the deeper they ventured into the heart of the forest, the more Ima felt an eerie presence surrounding her. Unknown to her, the spirits of the forest were watching, their ancient eyes observing the unfolding drama. Finally, they reached grandma's village, and Imo couldn't contain her excitement. Yet, her joy was short-lived as her family, engrossed in their reunion, continued to overlook her. The feeling of invisibility weighed heavily on her heart. Imo left the house with a heavy heart and walked into the lonely night with little moonlight. Forgetting herself in her thoughts, she had walked into the forest, and as the night wore on, the spirits whispered warnings to Imo, urging her to turn back. But driven by frustration and loneliness, she ignored the ancient voices. In a moment of desperation, Imo stumbled upon an ancient shrine, its glow beckoning to her like a warm embrace. Against the spirit's warnings, she entered the shrine, hoping for a miracle. However, the shrine held a secret of its own, a mystical force that did not welcome trespassers. As Imo touched a mysterious artifact, a blinding light enveloped her, and her existence ceased in the mortal realm. Back in the village, Imo was looked for in the whole of the village, but she was nowhere to be found. Imo's family felt an inexplicable sadness, an awareness that something precious had been lost. It was then that they understood the gravity of their oversight, the pain that Imo had silently borne. The spirits, witnessing the tragedy, decided to intervene. They appeared to Imo's family in a dream, revealing the consequence of their actions. The family woke up with heavy hearts, realizing the depth of their neglect. In the aftermath, the family grieved for Imo, their hearts burdened with guilt. The village, too, mourned the loss of a bright spirit. It was a painful lesson for everyone, a reminder that love should never be taken for granted. May we learn to see the invisible, to cherish every soul that graces our lives, for love, once lost, leaves a void that cannot be filled. The moral of the story is clear. In our quest for affection and acknowledgement, let us not overlook the silent cries of those we hold dear. Love is a precious gift, and sometimes, it takes a tragic event to make us appreciate its true value. May we learn to see the invisible, to cherish every soul that graces our lives, for love, once lost, leaves a void that cannot be filled.